going on, guys? It's Money's Funko Pops here. I'm Money wearing a Visit Historic Shroot shirt, and today we're going to talk all about Beats.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Money's Funko Pops. I am, of course, Money, and today we are going to be looking at the third day of reveals from Funko for New York Comic Con 2020. This is all going to be a virtual con. You guys hate it. I hate it. It's just been a disaster time after time after time again, and judging by the way that this catalog looks, there's going to be a lot of things that people are trying to get their hands on. And at this point, I don't even think we're halfway done with reveals. So far, guys, I've done 2 other segments on New York Comic Con reveals. I covered day 1 and day 2. So this is the third part in this series. And if you guys haven't checked out those first 2 parts, I will make sure to link them at the end of this video so you guys can check out all of my thoughts and opinions on all of the reveals so far for New York Comic Con. And if you guys haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all the support you guys show me. So yesterday during my day 2 reveals, I actually missed one of the announcements because Funko is announcing things until like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So right here we have the Umbrella Academy Young Ben, and it's bloody. And this says limited edition on the official announcement, but if you go into the Funko app to add it to your want list, the sticker actually says 2,000 pieces. Now, I am not a fan of the Umbrella Academy. Danny loves the show. I have a lot of friends who are telling me to watch it, so maybe it's something that I will venture down if I ever find the time to commit to a brand new show. But I will say that this pop looks very nice. I think the blood looks awesome. I think this looks great. I love a good bloody variant. I don't know what happened to this poor guy, but he looks really fucked up. So I think that this pop is going to look great in person. It's just that it's probably going to be only on the Funko shop because it is limited to 2,000 pieces. So if you are trying to get your hands on this, it is definitely going to be very difficult to do so. So now that we covered what I missed yesterday, let's get into day 3 officially. We start off with our Marvel reveals. We have this Pop Marvel Miles Morales Street Art Collection exclusively at GameStop. So the way that Funko worded this is that this Miles Morales is going to be the first of 7 other street art series, and confirming in this announcement that it is going to be shared with GameStop because all of the other non-New York Comic Con ones are going to be shared with GameStop as well. And if we're gonna be honest, guys, this just does not look good. I don't know if it's just me not being into the whole graffiti thing. For me, this is a huge pass, and that's kind of disappointing because I'm a huge Spidey fan. I'm a huge Miles Morales fan. So judging by the way that this one looks, I'm going to be interested to see how the other 7 are. And it's going to be interesting to see if they look as bad as this one, or if this one is just a little too cluttered up and it's putting a bad taste in my mouth. But Funko saves their Marvel reveals with this Venomized Magneto, and this looks so awesome. I collect specific Marvel Venomized Pops. It's the only set outside of the MCU and the Fantastic Four that I do pick up, because if I started getting Marvel things from all over the place, it would just get a little too much for me. But this one looks awesome, and it's definitely going to be something that I'm going to try and go after, but it's definitely not a priority. And like I said, I kind of cherry pick Venomized Pops that I want to get my hands on. This pop is spectacular in my opinion because of the sculpt. You have Magneto raised off the ground because, you know, that's what he does, and then the cape is the Venomized symbiote. It's coming together to create this kind of like liquid motion sculpt, this kind of like, it's a stand, but it's the symbiote and it's coming up like it's in motion. I'm trying my best to describe it, but you guys can of course see what I'm talking about. But overall, this is a magnificent pop, and I can't wait to get my hands on it in person. So next up, we have Zombie Daredevil from the Marvel Zombies line, and this was actually one of those exclusives that was supposed to be going to San Diego Comic-Con, but it was delayed to New York Comic-Con. There have been a bunch of pops that have been confirmed for New York Comic-Con that were rumored to supposedly have been going to SDCC. Zombie Daredevil is one of those exclusives, and it looks exactly how I expected it to look. I'm glad that they put it in a jumping stance, give him some action to the mold. But my one critique here is that I might be just a little ignorant here, but what is he holding in his hand? It's not a candy cane, obviously, but I'm just kind of confused as to what that is. So if you guys know what that is, make sure you drop me a comment down below. And I'm assuming that this is going to be shared with GameStop, considering that Zombie Thing from San Diego was shared with GameStop. I kind of have a feeling that we're going to be seeing some patterns here with exclusives because of the pandemic. So I imagine that since Zombie Thing went to GameStop, Zombie Daredevil will follow suit and also be shared with GameStop. And the final Marvel reveal that we have today is the Red Goblin, and this guy looks so fucking good. I love this thing. I think it looks outstanding. So this Red Goblin had been leaked for some time. People had been expecting it to come out because of the fact that it was a part of that San Diego leak, and then it got, of course, delayed to New York Comic Con. Now, in my opinion, this guy looks incredible. I love the flames underneath him to give him a little bit of action in the sculpt. I love that they have his face so detailed, and the glider has the little face as well. Like those flames underneath, I keep going back to them because of how awesome I think they look. I think they really bring the piece together to play counterpoint to the Green Goblin. However, this is the last Marvel reveal, and in my opinion, this whole Marvel wave has been kind of disappointing. I'm not suggesting that we should have had Marvel Cinematic Universe pops only, but it would have been nice to have gotten something from Spider-Man Far From Home or something from Endgame. So now to move away from Marvel, we have Escape from New York Snake. And this is one that not only had not been leaked, but one that had not been on that San Diego Comic-Con list either. So this is a complete surprise to fans, I think. A little bit of research I did shows me that Escape to New York, it was a 1981 movie. I personally have never seen this, but I see a lot of people are commenting that they're excited for this. If you guys are excited for Snake from Escape from New York, make sure you drop me a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. To somebody who doesn't know what this is just a guy with long hair and a gun wearing camo pants. I don't know anything about this movie, like I said. If you guys are excited for this, drop me a comment down below and let me know why this is a movie that I should check out. So now that we got one awkward movie reveal, we are gonna go ahead and move on to DC. This is kind of a weird way to do it. Like, I understand we're doing movies now because it's based off of DC movies, but it's just kind of a weird movie individual one thrown in the middle here, but whatever. So here we are with DC, and we have this breast cancer awareness Joker, which I believe is rumored to be shared with Target. Now, this leaked yesterday, but I decided not to talk about it because I wanted to see the glam of it, and I wanted to see what it looked like a little bit more pristine, and I still feel the same about it. This shit looks so ugly. I think this Joker mold is incredibly unattractive, and I don't think that it is just a good figure. Now, I understand the cause for this is great. I believe proceeds of the profits from this figure are going to go towards breast cancer research, which I think is an absolutely incredible thing for Funko to do. Because of the scope of the company, it's the least that they can do is to give back to organizations and to help people. But if we're just talking about the figure itself, I don't care for it. I think it's ugly, and I think a lot of DC fans are going to feel the same way. But again, I can't speak for you guys. I'm not a DC fan, so I can't attest too much to this one. But what I can speak volumes for is this Wonder Woman with the lassoing lightning. You guys hear that bird in the background? It sounds like a dinosaur. This is Wonder Woman lassoing a lightning bolt, and this is so awesome. I think this is honestly the best reveal of the day. Now, Wonder Woman's up on a jumping pose. She has the lasso out. It's wrapped around a lightning bolt, and the sculpt on this thing is massive. I love how they have the lightning bolt kind of wrapped around the base here, and it goes up into the sky. She's elevated on a little perch like she's jumping. This is honestly the best pop they've released today, and I think in terms of creativity, this is one of the best pops for the entire con so far. And well, I can say that there have been some cool things like some of those Marvel ones. Overall, if you're looking in my personal opinion, yesterday, day 2, was a much better day than today, but I can still attest to how awesome this Wonder Woman looks, and it's going to be huge in the box. I imagine it's going to take up most of the room. It'll probably have one of those back and front plastic inserts on it. Marvel gets a lot of the awesome exclusives for the con season, and DC kind of gets shafted every year, so this is pretty cool to see that you guys are getting an awesome reveal. And at the point of making this video, guys, this is all of the New York Comic Con Day 3 reveals. As always, if anything gets announced after I'm done recording for the day, I will lump it into the next day's video. I'm hoping that tomorrow is a better day than today because I think that day 1 was really lackluster. Day 2 was really good. And then today, day 3 was so-so. There was some cool stuff, but nothing that I'm personally going to pick up and add to my personal collection. And I want to hear from you guys down below in the comments. Out of all the pops announced today, which was your favorite? Did you like that Venomized Magneto like I did? Or are you partial to this Wonder Woman lassoing the Thunderbolt? Make sure you guys drop me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I absolutely appreciate the support. Don't forget to click on the end card to watch the other parts of this series. And as always, collect what you love, and I'll see you guys soon. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content that I post here to the channel. Down below me, there are two different videos. You have my suggestion, which is the video that I suggest you watch, or you can click next video, which will take you to a video very similar to the one that you just watched. So thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you soon.